Hello, Eaglemont Church family. This is Pastor Joel and my beautiful wife, Carrie. Now, at this point in quarantine, for a lot of you, perhaps you're like me, you're starting to notice, man, the hair is getting long. Some of you who dye your hair, change colors, you might be, seeing the original color or the gray come out a lot more. So we're going to do something that is a challenge that I'll throw out to any couple that really will test your relationship and the fortitude of your ability to stay together. And this evening I've somehow talked my wife into cutting my hair.
Dun, dun, dun.
So Carrie, you can go ahead and do that. And as she's cutting my hair, I'm going to share a little bit with you, a little devotional thought about from John chapter 15. This is the words of Jesus in John chapter 15. If you can stay and pay attention, because if I can, you can. John 15, it says this, I am the vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes, so that it will be even more fruitful. You already are clean because of the word I've spoken to you. Remain in me, Jesus says, and I will remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. So here's a couple things that I would want to share with us. First of all, we're not going to emphasize the talk of the branches tonight, but I want to talk about the two things that Jesus points to. Most important things in this illustration is the vine and the gardener. Now, Jesus is clearly depicted as the vine. Now, the vine in any type of plant is where the life comes from. Any branch that's from it, if it's going to have a chance of bearing fruit, it gets all the nutrients, all the life from the vine. We are called to get life from the vine, from Jesus. That's important. The second thing let's talk about is the gardener. Now, some of you may be gardeners and some of you aren't. But if I can, a gardener can be similar to a barber. I have thought about cutting my own hair, just taking a bowl and walking around. But truthfully, there's a large part of my misshapen head that I would not be able to actually see well or do anything well. The gardener is the one who has the skill, but also the perspective to be able to make the right decisions. It says that the gardener, God, the Father, he will both cut off branches that don't bear fruit. So those things in our lives that truthfully aren't good, the things that aren't going to be able to produce good things in us and in our lives, he's going to cut those off. But even the things that bear fruit, that he's going to prune us, or he's going to give us a trim. He's going to make sure that our hair is in good shape. He's going to make sure that there's vibrancy, that there's life. Because a branch, even when it produces fruit, a good gardener knows that there's the skill needed to be able to prune it so that it will bear even more fruit. And I guess my encouragement to you and my question for you today is maybe to take a few moments to change the prayer that you've been giving to God and have a prayer like this. God, what are the things that perhaps in this time and in this season, you are going to use this period of life to cut something out that really isn't bearing fruit, something that maybe isn't right. Maybe there's sin in our lives that God's going to cut out during this time and really point it out to us. But the second thing with that, God, are there things in my life that maybe there's some fruit from? Maybe they aren't bad, but you're going to prune it and you're going to make something better from it. You're going to trim my messy locks of hair and try and make something good from it. Sometimes it's important that we ask the right questions. And perhaps in your prayer life, can I encourage you, instead of just asking God today, can you take me out? It's to do what I'm trying to do today in my own life. God, what are the things that maybe you want to prune out of me, that you're going to use this season to show maybe aren't the things that I need, and redirect my life and redirect my energies to be put into things so that I can bear even more fruit in my life. Love you, church. For the sake of integrity, at the end of this video, we'll show you what the haircut looks like, good or bad. My wife is not God, so she does not necessarily have confidence or skill, but I have full belief that she's going to be able to do this. This is not something we regularly do, but we're going to do this. And I'll lay down the gauntlet of, we've had a lot of challenges for families. Couples, show your fortitude by cutting each other's hair. I would love to see a video or picture. If this became something, this would be great. But anyways, love you, church family. The clippers that we bought to do the hair, We're more pulling the hair out than cutting the hair, which you would think for 1697 you would expect an immense amount of quality. So we've moved on to my beard trimmer. We're going to see how that goes. Okay, status report. We're partway there. One side is done. The other side, not quite so much. The back, we're not really sure what to do. Carrie's in the midst of doing a tutorial to figure this out. I have full confidence in her abilities. Okay, so we made it to the end. The good news is our marriage has survived. Carrie did a really good job, actually.
Don't look too close.
Stepped out of our comfort zone.
Glance and look away.
So again, it's a reminder, be connected to the vine. Jesus, where life and fun and vitality is, and just be prepared for God the gardener to be able to take all the branches that don't give life and to prune the things that do, or give you a little haircut up top. Hopefully next week you'll be able to join us as I cut Carrie's hair to again just prove the strength of our marriage. Looking forward to that, right, Carrie?
No, we're not.
All right. See you guys.